For this week's textbook discussion follow-up, I chose to learn more about managing nervousness, which we wrote about in week 1. I chose this because it is something I had to deal with a lot through my many activities that I'm involved with in school, such as debate, being the president of the Rotary Interact Club, and many other activities where I have to get up and speak in front of people. Rebecca Newton was writing for Forbes when she said there are 6 main ways to handle nervousness. First, she said to talk back to the negative voice in your head. She says there will always be a negative voice right on your shoulder, whispering things into your ear that are negative thoughts about you that will make you more nervous for your speech. It will say things to you such as you're not smart enough, you're not qualified enough, and you're not good enough for this speech. However, she says the way to counteract that is to give counter statements back. She says you should say things back to that voice such as, I am giving this speech because I am smart enough. I am giving this speech so I can become qualified enough, and I am good enough or I would not have been selected to give this speech. Her second point of managing nervousness was that courage is greater than confidence. She says that confidence is very hard to muster in a small amount of time, which I've noticed in my own life. It's very hard to become confident before something in a small amount of time. She said it's much easier to become courageous and to think of it as, yes, I am nervous, but I'm courageous enough to deal with this anyway and to work through it. Her third point is that you need to breathe. She says that what works best for her is to breathe in for 3 to 4 seconds and breathe out for 5 to 6. Not only does this calm your body down, but it also works to keep your mind. It gives your brain a break, so it makes your brain focus on something other than the speech you're giving. It makes your brain focus on counting to the 3 or 4 counts in and the 5 to 6 counts out. It also helps when your brain thinks that it's nervous, but your body says that it feels relaxed. The fourth point is that your strengths are your strengths for a reason. So that you need to recognize that you are qualified. So you need to, again, talk yourself up. You need to say, I am qualified because I graduated at the top of my class. I am qualified because I aced my test last period. I am qualified because I was selected to give this speech. You need to recognize your own strengths in order to overcome this nervousness. The fifth point is that you need to improve yourself. So if you are nervous and if there are the negative thoughts going on in your head, and if you're trying to counteract them but you don't have anything to say back, you need to improve yourself so you do have something to say back to it. The final point is that nervousness is good. Nervousness just means you are outside of your comfort zone, which means that you should congratulate yourself for working outside your comfort zone, because that's the area where you can have the most growth in your life. Now, these were all that I found online from Forbes, but then I looked in the book, and the book encourages you to talk up to yourself, which was also said online. So the book said that you should think about it and really hype yourself up. Give yourself a pep talk before the speech of how good you are doing. The book also encourages visualization, so you should visualize yourself giving the speech, yourself succeeding at the speech, and yourself doing awesome. That will make you much less nervous for the speech, and it'll make you want to give the speech. This also ties in with using enthusiasm to combat the nervousness. So if you use enthusiasm, it'll help you feel more excited about the speech and make you want to give it. So I was really happy I was able to learn all these new things about managing nervousness, and I hope that you learned some new stuff too.